Madeline. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Good. How have you been?
I've been all right, It's been a week, but
All right. Well, what's been going on with you this week?
kind of just the same old. My job's just been stressful, and I just work with a lot of guys, and I just feel like we're doing the same exact thing, except they're getting paid so much more than I am, and it's just kind of frustrating. And yeah.
Okay. This is actually kind of what you were talking about last week a little bit. So much hasn't really changed about that.
No, I've just been kind of just going with the flow, just letting them get paid more than I, and doing the same thing, if not sometimes more. And it's just really frustrating, and it makes me not want to do my job. But I love my job, and I want to do it well. But yeah, it's just been kind of frustrating, as I said.
I can imagine. I remember last time when we were speaking, you had told me that you like the company you work for, and that's kind of why you've been staying there. But you're not really feeling like they're treating you very well because of the pay gap. And you had told me last time that you thought about asking for a raise, but you've never actually quite done it. And we kind of touched on why you didn't really do it last time, but our time kind of ran short. So I wanted to make sure this time we kind of dove into it and dug a little bit deeper, if that would be okay with you. I remember last time I talked to you about a technique called the empty chair technique. And did you still want to possibly try it this time?
Yeah, I would love to try it. Yeah, I think it would be good. Can you kind of like briefly explain it just one more time, just so I can have a refresher on it?
Yeah, no problem. Okay, at any point, if I'm talking too fast about it or you have any other questions and I kind of skipping over, just stop me and let me know. Okay, so first, what will happen is you're either going to have a chair next to you that's empty, or we're just going to imagine there's a chair next to you. And for your situation, what we would do is we would take the aspect of you that you're having a hard time voicing, like about your raise and why you want the raise and why you deserve it. And we're going to put that in the chair, and you're going to have a conversation with that person. So you're going to talk to this part of you that you're having a hard time with as the whole you. Is that making sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to be talking to the part of me that, is like shy and timid and too scared to ask for a raise.
Exactly. Those are the feelings that you were expressing last time. So we're going to talk about that. And then what happens is you're creating a dialogue with yourself.
Okay.
So we're going to start doing that. And then, so did you want to use an empty chair next to you, or did you just want to imagine that there's a chair?
I think I can just imagine that there's a chair like next to me.
Okay. Sounds good. So what we're going to do is first we have to give this other part of you a name. So what would you call this part that you're having a hard time with?
Okay, well, so just like any name I wanted.
Any name, it's your choice.
Well, I feel like this part of me is super, like reserved, kind of pushed down deep inside of me, and like, I don't want to, I'm kind of shy and timid in this part of me. So I guess I could name it like Timid. Would that work?
Okay, yeah, that's a great name. All right, so we're going to imagine that Timid is sitting next to you in a chair. Your choice. It could be on your left, it could be on your right. It doesn't matter. So to help you a little bit with the process, I want you to turn towards whichever way Timid is sitting. Okay. And think about those feelings that you have when you feel that you deserve to be paid as much as they're paid, but you just can't find that voice to ask for that raise that you're wanting, you deserve. So start thinking about those feelings, and that's what's in that chair. And now, as you, I want you to have a conversation with timid about how timid makes you feel.
Okay. So, timid, you make me feel frustrated because you're just shy, and it's just a part of me that, you know, is kind of blocking like me asking for a raise. It's kind of blocking I know that I can be confident. I know that I can be straightforward, but timid, you're kind of just blocking all those feelings, and it's frustrating. It kind of makes me angry at times because I know that I am better than that, and I can get over you.
That's great. That's great. You did really good. So what I got was you were telling timid that they are blocking you from something that you deserve. And you did really good expressing yourself. So now what I want you to do is you to be timid, expressing how what you just said to timid makes timid feel. Does that make sense? So I want you to put yourself in timid shoes and verbalize how timid would respond to what you just said to them.
So, okay. So I'd face this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way you're timid, talking to you.
I'm timid talking to myself.
Yes, yourself as a whole.
Okay.
And
so am I being like, okay, I'll try it.
Your choice. You're doing a great job.
So, you're too shy. You can't ask for a raise. You're not good enough for the raise, and all the other guys, they deserve a raise, and you don't necessarily deserve a raise because you're a woman. And if you ask for a raise, then you're gonna maybe get fired. Maybe other people will laugh at you, and I just don't know if it's a good idea to ask for a raise because I just don't know. I don't know if you can do it. You're too nervous. Yeah.
Good job. Great. All right. So now, thinking about how timid just responded to you about why it's holding you back and keeping your voice away. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you would like to respond back to timid about the comments they just said to you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would.
Okay.
Like to respond. Okay. Well, as a whole, hearing those words kind of makes me sad because I don't think those are true. I think I am a confident person and I can ask for a raise, and I think you're kind of just holding me back, and I don't think it's right, and I think I can overcome you.
All right, that was great. Do you feel timid would have a response to that, or do you think timid maybe heard you and understood you?
I think timid probably heard me and understood me.
Okay, great. Now, I want you to think about how it felt to speak your mind to timid and get all that off your chest and just tell them how it felt. Can you explain to me how you felt after you started talking to timid about how it made you feel?
So, talking to timid about how I felt, it was definitely relieving. Maybe I felt relief, letting this off my chest, kind of talking to this part of me that won't let me overcome certain things. It made me feel better. It kind of just made it seem kind of silly that I'm like thinking all these things where like I'm just letting this like one little part of me kind of dictate my life and what I do, when if it wasn't for that part of me, I could do this certain thing and maybe get further in life.
Okay. That's really good. And then now that you've kind of had this eye-opening experience with yourself about a part of you that's been holding you back, what do you think you're going to do with that?
So now that I kind of understand that it's just this one part of me that has trouble with asking my boss, and realizing that I am confident, I am worthy of a raise, and I am worthy of, you know, getting paid just as much as those men, like all the men there do. Because just because I'm a woman, that doesn't mean that I don't deserve a raise. I kind of feel like it is kind of like my duty as a woman, as a good worker, to go ask my boss, hey, like, these people are getting paid just as, like, they do just what I do, but they get paid more than I. Um, I feel like that's kind of the decision I have to do, something that I have to do to get over this, and not let timid like hold me back.
Yes, exactly. That's great. That's really good. I think you did really well with this technique. You responded to it very well. What I would like to know now is, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I would like to know is, what is your plan? What is your plan from when you leave this office?
So, I don't know. I guess my plan, obviously I would want to just march up to my boss's office and be like, "Hey, give me a raise. I deserve it." But I think I'm gonna have to do something a little more civil. But definitely kind of just putting the right words together and going to talk to my boss. Maybe not being all mean about it and saying, all these men get paid more, so I deserve, I deserve better. But I think that maybe just going and asking, telling her that I am a hard worker, that I love working for this company. I hope to further in this company, and I've been there for a year. Um, I've done my best, and I feel like I've always put in my best effort, and that they've seen that and they realize that. So maybe just saying, hey, like, I mean, in a nice way, asking for a raise and saying, is there anything more I can do to get a raise? Or what is it going to take for me to be able to get this raise that I feel like I personally deserve?
That is a great goal for you to do. Do you think you would be interested in maybe a little bit of homework from the session?
I think I would be able to do, yeah, I think I'd be into doing some homework.
Okay. So what I would want you to do is kind of how you just were, and we did the empty chair technique here. You did very well with it. Do you think at home that maybe you could do kind of the empty chair technique in the mirror, or with an empty chair, kind of how we did it just a minute ago? Maybe kind of like having a pre-conversation about your raise?
So yeah, so maybe just like sitting down and like pretending that my boss is in front of me instead of like, timid, and just asking, or, kindly describing like how I want to raise and stuff like that.
Yes. Do you think that would be something you could possibly practice?
Yeah, I think that would be something that would be good for me. I think I'd be definitely open to doing that.
Okay, that would be great. So what we'll do for next time when you come in is we'll see how you've progressed. We're going to talk about if you ended up talking with your boss and how that made you feel, and if you decided not to do it, how that made you feel, and kind of the choices that you made towards it. But I think you did really good today. You've made great progress recognizing that part of yourself and communicating. Is there anything else that maybe you wanted to talk about, or?
No, I think that that really was beneficial to me. And thank you so much. I'll definitely do the homework, and I'll be able to come in next week as well. So.
Okay. Do you think the same time and day for next week is good? Tuesday at 3 p.m.?
Yes, Tuesday at 3 p.m. definitely works.
Okay, great. I will see you next week. I look forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.